employment and deficiency in terms of the kind of skills some people have and the kind of skills that are required by the industry have been pondered over for past 2 decades. 20 years, many of the students who are here are of that age, and therefore I would like to share with them that the discussion and the deliberations have been going on, but still the results have not really come up as was given by the other speakers. In 2012, AICTE brought out what was known as that time National Vocational Education Qualification Framework. This National Vocational Education Qualification Framework was supposed to start from preschool, rather from pre-higher secondary school, and go up to MTech level. The condition was that we wanted to create a parallel stream of vocational courses, vocational qualifications, and there could be a migration from the mainstream courses to the vocational courses and from vocational to mainstream courses. This document is voluminous, and I was fortunate to be part of that document. And in many other institutions, including SMS at Lucknow, is probably running some of the courses in the vocational education framework. The National Skill Council was established in 2014, and I can share with you that till now approximately 70 skill sectors have been identified and skill councils have been established so that skills can be given a top priority in terms of manpower production. On the side note, let me share that there was a time when a Chinese company was given a turnkey order to develop certain network infrastructure in the country, especially in the Maharashtra area, and they could not get qualified people, so they had to import mobile technology manpower from Europe, from China. So the country, which is having approximately 1.3 million people, does not have skilled manpower, has been repeated ad nauseam by most of the speakers. But what I want to talk in terms of today is not the skill development, because that will take another particular kind of a time frame. But I will try to talk in terms of innovation, and I will try to talk in terms of innovation which is not from the formal sector. I'm going to talk about the grassroots innovation and how to convert that into entrepreneurship. When we say grassroots innovation, first slide please. I have defined innovation, just look at it, just as the invention is because necessity is there. Necessity is the mother of invention. Similarly, need is the cradle of innovation. This definition defines basically that when we are trying to talk in terms of invention, there has to be a certain necessity. Similarly, there has to be a need in order to have an innovation at any level. At every particular level, we need to have a need-based innovation, and unless it satisfies a need, the innovation is not supposed to be correct. So what is, can I have it? That one. When we are trying to talk in terms of grassroots innovation, what do I mean by that? When I say grassroots innovation, I'm trying to talk about something that happens from outside the main skill sector. It's not in the R&D labs, it's not in the industry, it's not in the educational institutions, but it happens in areas understand that those people have been able to innovate and have been able to create innovational products that are at the same time being used, being produced, and meeting the requirements of the rural sector. When we are trying to talk in terms of, क्या आप चाहेंगे कि मैं हिंदी में बोलूं? Or is it all right? All right, okay. So what I'm trying to talk about is that grassroots innovation happens from people who are illiterate, who do not have the kind of education, the kind of design sense, the kind of technological background, and the kind of finances that make innovation propel. So the innovation is there, he has the idea, he can produce a prototype, he can produce a product, he can bring about a service, but because he lacks certain finances that can convert it into a scale-up industry, therefore the innovation almost simultaneously has no takers. Therefore the grassroots innovation is always concerned with creating solutions for the self. It's basically that he has a need, he tries to create a solution for himself, and then he understands that it's not only he that needs it, his needs are going to be fulfilled by this product or service, he tries to bring it to that particular community. So it's basically something that is brought about at affordable cost, with poor resources, and with kind of individual initiative. The grassroots innovation may be applied to create products, services, and operational structures that are locally appropriate and satisfy a need or many needs. Being from the son of the soil, the innovator, that is the grassroots innovator, has the capacity to improve, change, and even transform the quality of life of the community to which the individual belongs. An example. Everybody knows Rajasthan is a very hot place. So any technology that would be able to give you cool drink or a cool air or a cool environment would be welcome. So here was a person, illiterate person, and he brought out a refrigerator which is known as a Mitti pool. He brought out a particular kind of storage system wherein the temperature as compared to outside and inside that particular container was approximately 20 degrees centigrade different. So this particular kind of an invention or this kind of an innovation was not there in the marketplace, but he is not able to sell it. He is not able to produce it at mass scale. He is not able to meet the satisfactory need of any particular area, and you are not able to purchase that product at any particular place. This is what stops innovation from becoming a mainstream product, from becoming a business idea, in becoming an entrepreneurial solution. The GR innovators, that's the grassroots innovator, has generally limited or no education, nil entrepreneurial business and design skills, and thus the innovation remains at low level of productivity, even though it may have great potential beyond the locality. So services are there, need is there, requirement is there, but unfortunately it does not come up as a defined product. What the grassroots innovation can have a huge potential for scaling up, but it has seldom been the case so far all over the globe. So what I am trying to propose, can we change this? Can we try to create something which can be really transforming not only the rural side, but also the urban side because of its appropriate solution? So the GRI strengths are, grassroots innovation is born from the soil through experiencing. The word important is experiencing the problem, and hence addresses the identified need and the applicable solution. Bicycle sprayer. Can you understand that today water scarcity is going to hit agriculture in a very, very big way, and therefore the flood irrigation, the flooding of the fields, is not the solution. What is the solution is either drip irrigation or at the same time spray irrigation. So the drip irrigation, having a batta and some sort of a channel which will feed the roots only, and through which nutrition also can be supplied, is probably the most optimal utilization of water and nutritional value without losing most of it to the other particular surrounding areas. So that is the kind of innovation we need to bring about. But this innovation cannot hit the marketplace unless it is brought out as an industrial product. Innovation at this level is converting a real challenge and an obstacle to living into an opportunity and growth pathway. Meeting pool that I was talking about, and similarly, there are other masonry-based products. There are other similar products which are made from clay. There are similar other products which are made from thatch roofing, from the grass husk, or from other particular areas. Are you aware that today there is an entrepreneur who is making sarees, silks, nearly silk equivalent sarees out of the rice straw? A rice straw being converted into fiber and making textile products out of it. That is the kind of innovation people are doing. Being created with lowest form of design, material and technology availability, it has a unique robustness and local acceptability, like mobile floor mill. How many people can go to the floor mill which is run by other particular people? Long time back we used to have atta chakkis which were driven by oxes and other particular things. Today, this same thing can be run by motorcycle engine or other particular small engines that can be made available at the low cost. And this can be mobile or a platform. GRI are low in cost and utilize available skills and resources for production. This is a huge asset as it can lead to local employment, earning and improved quality of life, like Mumbai Dibbavala. Now understand the innovation in this. How can an organization which is consisting of illiterate people come up with the kind of technology that is taught in institutions all over the world and is better than Six Sigma in terms of quality? In quality of service, it's better than Six Sigma, and that is the kind of innovation that is coming from the grassroots level. Again, GRI can generate appropriate technology and products or services of immense value that leads to societal transformation at a basic level. And that is what we are seeking today. We are not seeking only prosperity of the urban area. We are not seeking prosperity of those who have already lot of things. We are seeking prosperity for those who have not. We are seeking prosperity for the rural area. We are seeking prosperity. There was a slogan given by our past president, Abdul Kalamji, that was Pura, providing urban facilities in the rural area. That particular kind of a concept is what is meant by grassroots innovation. Grassroots innovation can create the rural and semi-urban technology or production hubs that are needed to generate massive employment with appropriate skill sets. What are the weaknesses of the grassroots innovation? The basic innovation problem is lack of knowledge and design skills. This can become a great handicap and can result in the product that cannot go beyond the confines of the local requirement or local community. Can we try to develop absence of entrepreneurial skills and lack of financial resources does not allow the product or service to be scaled up? Being produced at lowest cost and with available material, the reproducibility and replicability can become obstacle to widespread use and adaptation. An example, if there is a replication of a model like Mumbai Dibbavala, we do not have the requirement for that. So that kind of an innovation cannot be practiced at any place. Can be practiced probably in Calcutta, can be practiced probably in Bangalore, can be practiced probably in Delhi, but not at every place. So there is a conceptual framework which has to match the need of the people. Absence of marketing techniques and zero advertisement, the product readiness gets restricted and highly localized. Scaling up the innovation on large scale at the national or global level has yet to be proved in any of the GRI products or services. Ability to modify, adapt and create global level quality product or service with appropriate cultural, legal and operational requirements is difficult. This is probably another very important aspect that has not been taken care of. The cultural aspect, the legal aspect, the way how technology can be converted and protected, that is another particular area where the operational inspection goes into a very, very problem. GRI have very little or no economic and safety standards conformity beyond the local community. And therefore, when you try to adopt it at another particular place, since no standards here, the production and the quality of the product cannot be sustained. The limitations of the grassroots innovation. Grassroots innovator has good engineering skills, even though he may have little education, and hence the product design and quality may be appropriate, but are not very high. The ability to conceive a solution to a local need or challenging situation may not be replicable at another place or time. The product, service or operational innovation may not have the appeal beyond the local confines due to cultural and other reasons. The conceptual and design changes needed to scale up the innovation idea may violate the 4 A's. The 4 A's are affordability, availability, acceptability, and adaptability. Of an innovative idea can be transformed into a real scaled-up business model only with a great deal of engineering and managerial support and leverage. GRI, as with any other innovation, might lose their relevance and use due to advances in technology, societal aspirations, and cultural outlooks. What I'm trying to say is that today we are having the communication revolution through the mobile phone. We are having today a challenge that a smartphone can be marketed at 251 rupees. Now look at the brain, look at the business strategy. If it is done, you understand what an impact it will have on the global production of mobiles. It might be a scam, it might be difficult, but just come to think, if we are able to come up with a solution like that, how it is going to shake up the technology world all over the globe, that is the kind of innovation we are trying to talk about. Can we go? I agree that 250 might be too low a price, but can we go even up to 900 rupees? Can we go even up to 2000 rupees? If yes, that is going to be the greatest challenge to the Steve Jobs, to the Apple, to the Microsoft, to every giant and other particular person in the globe. GRI, as any other innovation, to entrepreneurship, identify innovation and its applicability for commercial use. What skill support is required by the innovator for scaling up the innovation? Evaluate, analyze, and then develop basic specification, design, material, and quality issues. Analyze marketing and production parameters that need to be addressed. What product design and standardization concepts are to be improved. Evaluate costs and production scale needed for viability of innovation. Create business strategy for the production, marketing to target large consumer base spectrum for optimization of product, its service and life cycle. Now all these particular things, can you think that an illiterate, unskilled, non-educated person can do? I'm asking the youngsters, can you think that any particular illiterate, uneducated or poorly educated or lacking in management skills can do it? No. So can management institutions, can engineering institutions, can political science institutions come up and give them the kind of hand-holding, give them the kind of support, and that is my next slide. Can we have this kind of a model of scale-up where the scouting, have you heard of Honeybee? Have you heard of Honeybee? Honeybee today is an organization that is incorporated by National Innovation Foundation. And what it does, it creates volunteers who go on the villages, who go on the rural areas, who go on to the remote areas and try to see if someone has come up with an innovation. And if just as honey sucks up the nectar and brings it to a nest, similarly these people understand, evaluate and bring up an innovative idea to the National Innovation Foundation, and then that particular scouting committee is understanding the innovation, what is its applicability, how available technology can be used in order to harness what skills are needed in order to make it into a real product, how employment and workforce requirements are there, what institutional supports will be needed, what design technology will be incorporated, and still make it affordable and marketable as a production cost, what financial and operational supports are needed in order to market it. This is the kind of GRS scale-up that we think is possible in order to support entrepreneurship from grassroots innovation. How many of you can really try to see that you can become a startup owner which has the kind of a venture capitalist adventure to say that, okay, this is an innovation, I will devote my management sense, I will collect the group of engineers, and therefore we will start using this as a startup point. How many of you can take that challenge? And it's not only you, I'm giving this challenge to all academic institutions, to all the people who are in the higher education sector. Can we really do the hand-holding? Can we really take these particular innovative ideas into real products that can capture the national market, the regional market, or even the global market? And therefore the framework of grassroots innovation scale-up is that educational institutions like schools, as identifiers of innovation and innovators, teachers and students have to be trained to do this. You have to have an eye in order to understand which innovation is good and which innovation is adaptable and which innovation is applicable. Technical colleges and higher education institutions are to support and nurture identified innovation, giving technical, design, material and quality inputs as a support system. Local area innovation cells have to be created to register and monitor the progress of innovation harvesting. Financial institutions and local area development funds from the Member of Parliament, from the MLAs, are to be used for giving financial advice and support. Local administration has to get the infrastructure and land issue sorted out. National Innovation Foundation and Grassroots Innovation Augmentation Network, the NIF and GIAN, has to promote and create awareness of the innovative inputs from the DAC at the national level, and innovation and technology harnessing for rural-urban growth, prosperity and development have to be part of this ecosystem. The mission innovation of grassroots innovation, schemes like employment guarantee, skilling India and vocational education system have to be converged and converted into a closely knit structure that empowers and delivers by using grassroots innovation. National Innovation Foundation must be part of the NITI Aayog so as to get mission support at the central and state level. Infrastructure development must invoke innovation as the basic criteria for project approval. I would like that this is taken up as a fundamental approach to any particular project that we are going to do in the country. Gram Panchayats and local area development bodies must ensure priority to innovators to facilitate and support them. Innovations in key sectors like energy, environment, health education, sanitation and hygiene, agriculture, transportation and communication must be encouraged on priority basis. That's all. Thank you.